What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco. It's Philly the podcast. Look, you guys asked for it, so I bring it. You guys wanted to know. Well, you guys want to know both. You want to know how Carson can become an MVP and how Carson cannot become an MVP. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. There's three main points I want to make about this argument. I know a lot of people are on both sides of the fence. Look, it's just my opinion. All right, so we're gonna go with that. Shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. Yes, sir. Shout out to RIP Kobe and Gianna, definitely. RIP to Kobe and Gigi. So yeah, let's just get into this. Like I said, I just didn't want to edit a video, so I'm gonna do it live, but I'm gonna get right into it. So we're gonna start at the beginning with Carson. All right, Carson Wentz is when he came into the. Oh, you were live. Yeah, we live, baby. Carson Wentz came into the NFL, came into the league with mechanic issues. He came into the league needing to be not necessarily fixed, but managed. He needed to do better at, certain things with his mechanics. And some of those are starting to rear its ugly head again. Look, throughout his first 3 years with the Eagles, we saw the hero ball. We saw the poor mechanics. We saw some bad decision making. But this year, with every injury that we had, with every, with every player that went down, I feel like it just exasperated the situation. And then obviously Doug Peterson was not helping. But mechanics are a big thing. Look, we look at, I wish I would have brought up the film, but we look at, some of his interceptions, and it's between overstriding, pigeon toeing. I mean, you name it, he just is not doing the little things to create good plays. Now, I understand that the players around him, everybody's going to say he doesn't have the talent around him to become a MVP or a top tier quarterback. I disagree. I tend to disagree because if you look at 2017, we did not have, anybody that even really compares to what people think Jamar Chase might be. Our leading wide receiver was Alshon Jeffrey with a torn shoulder. We got the most out of someone like Nelson Aguilar that year. We got the most out of running backs that aren't even in the league right now. So it's not necessarily about surrounding him with a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Look, if Carson played like he played this year on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they would be in the same position that we are. It is what it is. Our whole team does need to be fixed. Our offense does need some more weapons, but I don't think it's all about that one wide receiver that's going to turn him into an MVP. This is all about Carson, this first one at least. This first one is all on Carson. We hopefully will have an off season this year. All right. So with this off season, we have to work on Carson. We have to get him back to zero, so to speak. Get him back to, planting his feet. It sounds so small, but it's the truth. Pointing your foot at the target. It's the smallest thing. I mean, I used to play baseball. That's what they taught you in Little League. You know what I'm saying? It's little stuff. And like I said, I understand the hero ball mentality, which is my second point. I understand it to a certain extent. We don't have the greatest team surrounding him. These are a lot of young guys. I understand he probably feels like he has to do it all by himself. But Carson, you do not. You do not. We do not have Doug anymore. So hopefully we will, reincorporate our running game and get that going again. And that will help him a lot. And maybe that will cut down on his need to go for the big shot every play. I was watching some film. on Mahomes. I was watching some film on Wentz, as hard as it was. I was even watching some film on Jalen Hurts. And, I'm not calling, listen, everybody calm down. I'm not calling Jalen Hurts Patrick Mahomes. But one thing that I saw in them too that I don't see in Wentz that I would love to see, and I feel like this would take him an extra step, is that willing to give up on a play. That willingness to give up on a play. Patrick Mahomes doesn't. He throws some crazy balls. Don't get me wrong. He'll throw some crazy passes all game. But When it's a situation where he doesn't need to go crazy, or he doesn't need the 40-yard bomb, he doesn't need the touchdown, first downs, whatever it may be, just trying to milk the clock. You look at the Cowboys game, and there was a couple of plays, interceptions that Carson Wentz, if he just holds onto the ball, maybe tucks it, runs for 5 yards, it's a huge play for us. 5 yards doesn't sound like a lot, but it is in the grand scheme of things, especially when you're not having a running game. That's the big thing you got to think about. So, look, hero ball is going to happen. That is who Carson Wentz is. Nick Sirianni has to learn how to hone that. He has to learn how to kind of calm Carson Wentz down, make him realize that he can play within the system. All right. 2017, we keep going back to, we keep wanting to relive that. I feel he can be even better. Realistically, I feel he can be even better. Injuries played a big factor in what this team became, even down to Carson Wentz. But we can say that Doug Peterson, like I said, exasperated that by not calling plays to help his quarterback out. Do I think that Carson Wentz is going to be the MVP next year? No. I don't. I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. And you guys watch my videos, so I kind of would rather move forward with Jalen Hurts just because of the contract situation and everything. But Carson Wentz, if he gets back to basics, if our coaching staff can calm him down, if our coaching staff can hone that hero ball mentality and teach him when to realize to use it, that's the biggest thing. When we're in the fourth quarter, it's okay. We all bashed my man, Jalen Hurts when he threw that interception late in the game against the Cardinals. At the end of the day, that's when you do it. That's when you throw those. Yeah, obviously, you're not going to throw them on purpose, but that's when you throw those balls that, hey, it is what it is. We got to try and get this going. Live to fight another down is a mentality that if Wentz can just – if he can embody that, to live to fight another down, I think our offense would have been a lot better this year. And if it wasn't, Carson would have looked a lot better this year, and we wouldn't have had that argument on, is it Carson or Doug? I love that my quarterback has the confidence and the mentality and the smarts, if you will, to have the confidence to go up there and change the play, to say that he knows what the defense is doing. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And when you're wrong, it can go very bad. So, like I said, I don't think that, he's going to be the MVP, but there is a chance, not to get into my Jim Carrey impression, but there is a chance, he has to, like I said, he has to go back to the basics. We have to hope that they utilize this off season if we have one. And if he gets a wide receiver, then cool. If he gets somebody like Jamar Chase, cool. Honestly, I think somebody like Jamar Chase might hurt him more than it would help him in the long run. And reason being, look at somebody like Baker. When you have somebody like OBJ out there, when you have somebody that's a clear-cut number one, clear-cut better than everybody, you can even look at our team. When you look at when Zach Ertz was the main guy out there, when Travis Fulgham was the main guy out there, they're going to get targeted every single time. And watching film on Carson, I know this is supposed to be, the why he can be an MVP, but watching film on Carson, my man likes to stare down his receivers. He loves to stare down his receivers. So, look, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think he can be an MVP again. He can be MVP caliber again. He just has to work on the mechanics, and this coaching staff has to fix his mentality a little bit, and I'm not saying change it, saying just, kind of figure out when and when not to have that turned on. I'll get to some of these comments before I get out of here. I just wanted to go over that real quick. Shout out to Cameron Holmes, says he doesn't have the weapons to win an MVP. If he gets Chase, he will. I don't know about that. Kenny Galladay and Jamar Chase with Rager in the slot, Hightower, Watkins, Goodwin. So you just want 15,000 different wide receivers. I've said this before in different, streams. Adding bodies to a wide receiver room is not going to make them better. It's just not. Chase could be great. Chase could be great, but he'll be great. He's not going to necessarily make other people develop. That's going to be on our coaches. What's up, Pats Nation commentary? What's good? RIP Kobe and Gigi. Yes, sir. Year. What's good, Richard Roof? What's good, Josh Miller? Three away from 200 subs. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Brandon. We're going to be on live tonight. That's why I didn't really want to edit a video, but we're going to be live on tonight with Dudley Do-Wrong from, he's a Dolphins content creator. So we're going to continue the draft series that we got going on. So definitely come on through tonight at 6:30. That should be a lot of fun. What was he on? Yeah, he says facts, throw the ball away, or if it's third down and we're going to punt anyways, just drop back like Eli did, live to play another down drive, because fumbling or throwing a pick, trying to do too much is not good. Exactly. Eagles need a really good wide receiver at the draft. Maybe trade up for Devontae Smith. If we try, no, we don't need to trade up for nobody. Just stay at 6, man. If we get a wide receiver, that's what's up. If not, just stay at 6, man. I do not want to give up any of these assets right now, unless it's somebody that you're going to give up anyways. Okay, but how many mistakes do we give Carson before we pull him again? But remember, next time you pull him, it's over for sure. Exactly. That's why I've been on the train of saying we might be better off moving forward with Jalen Hurts, realistically, just because the money, and if they're going to be playing, realistically, we're teaching Jalen probably the same stuff that we're going to have to be teaching Carson Wentz, because everything I said can be used with Jalen Hurts too, and his mechanics are probably a little bit better than Carson. So realistically, it's gonna suck. If he sucks in the first 2-3 games, we got to realize that we lost all value in him. So we're gonna probably have to hold on to him for 2 years, or he's gonna restructure so we can cut him. It's gonna be really awkward. This is a 10-year decision right now. I want everybody to be realize that this is a 10-year decision. There's talent in the second round for wide receiver. Why not get the best corner? I agree that this is a deep wide receiver draft. I would go linebacker, but I wouldn't be mad at corner either. Carson is a Big Ben gunslinger mentality. Facts. Yeah. I mean, but even Big Ben knows when to just like take his yard and call it a play, Fulgham should get more play time. And that's the thing. Everybody keeps, let's add this guy, let's add that guy, let's add this guy, let's add that guy, bro. It doesn't matter how many players we add to this team. If they're not executing, if they're not getting developed, it does not matter. I mean, Kenny Golladay is a great player, but even he still needs to be developed. He's still youngish. You know what I'm saying? We see what happens with this team when we're not developing them. It's funny that people really believe we have no offensive weapons. Exactly, bro. My thing is, and I've always said this, I'm an old school dude. I'd rather watch a 3-0 game. I'm cool. I love defense. I love watching, men get their head knocked off. That's me. I love that. So we've seen this offense be very good, or at least well enough. We've seen this defense trash. He wants to be traded. This video is a waste of time. All right. How do I say this? We have read probably 15, 16 different articles about about what Carson Wentz wants to do. We've seen maybe 15 different type of articles of, Carson wants to leave. Oh, no, Carson wants to stay. Oh, Carson's having a corn dog. Like, bro, you don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Philly media doesn't seem to know what's going on, so it is what it is. But I appreciate you coming in here. Shout out to Simone Stanley. I want to shut down corner. I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. You can only hit up that wide receiver well so many times. Exactly, man. Like, we're going to keep on, if Jamar Chase doesn't develop into what we think he should be, we're going to just go get another wide receiver next year. Like, we got to calm down at some point, to be honest. Like, if we go wide receiver in the second round, okay, but we have to figure out this defense. This defense is really bad, and they're really old. That's probably more important than them being really bad. Because if, our offense isn't the greatest, but we can develop them because they're young. But I don't know, man. Stop 3-0, boring as F. I don't know what that means, Brandon. Never said he wants. out, get your facts right. That's what I'm saying. We don't look. The only people that are saying what Carson wants are the media. So until I hear Carson say something, I'm gonna keep making these videos that are a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep wasting my time. Why not? Mills gone. Kayvon is up in the air. Let's get a good safety. I would not be mad at a safety. I think there's a couple of good safeties in the second round that I've been doing a couple of different mock drafts. So we'll see. Good coaching and play scheming will make your wide receivers look good or bad. Adding a top tier wide receiver might not even work. Exactly. That's, if we had CeeDee Lamb, if we had, Henry Ruggs, if we had Jerry Jeudy, honestly, with this coaching staff right now, if we had Terrell Owens, I don't think it really would have mattered that much. We just weren't scheming these guys open. In the end, we are all going crazy because we haven't heard from Carson. Things will be calm when he finally speaks. Exactly. If you guys haven't seen, I did an interview with Eagles reporters Bo Wolf and Zach Berman, and both of them said that silence is compliance. So if you're not saying anything, we're just going to sit here and assume. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to sit here and assume that you agree, that you don't want to be here, that you do hate Doug, that you do have a bunch of corn dogs at festivals. If you don't tell us nothing, we're just going to go with what we hear. That's all we have. A lot of Colts free agents on defense this year. I saw that. I saw your video. Shout out to my guy, Joey Shakes. I'm sure y'all all know who he is, but I saw his video. He definitely broke down a lot of players from the Colts that makes sense. They definitely make sense. I wouldn't be mad. I even think you said Xavier Rhodes. Wouldn't be mad at that. Or Xavier Howard. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said you like watching games with the score 3-0. I'm just saying that's boring. I feel you. I just like defense. I like defense. It is what it is, man. I used to love watching our old team. Hugh Douglas out there, Trent Cole out there. We had linebackers, Jeremiah Trotter. You remember the days? I would take Trent Cole back at linebacker again. That year that he tried to be a linebacker for us. I'd go Parsons or Surtain with 6 and Bateman with the 2nd. I wouldn't be mad at that. I love Parsons. I'm a huge fan of Parsons. I've said this a million times, but it is what it is. I don't think your videos are a waste. I appreciate you. I just be hating. I just be talking junk when people talk junk. It's fun to me, We need corners and safeties. We need a defensive end. That's something that I don't think a lot of people are realizing, that we might need more than people are thinking. Everybody's so enamored with getting a wide receiver, but if you look at that D-line, man, they're old and they're expensive, man. So it might be this year that we go and get a defensive end. I'm hoping not in the first round. If we can somehow trade back and stay in the top 15, I'd do that and take the best available. Yeah, I'd have to see the trade. It depends on where we go, and it depends on what we get. If Dorsey was still here, maybe I'd feel a little bit better about that. But now knowing that, Howie's probably going to be making these picks, I don't know. I'm nervous about this draft. I'm excited about the coaching staff that we have. I don't think we have a quarterbacks coach yet. Let me know if we did. I literally just woke up before I came on here. So, but yeah, man, we'll see. Xavier Rhodes, there we go. Anthony Walker, Malik Hooker, not going to cost too much. I'd take them all, bro. I would take them all. Our defense is trash, bro. Our defense is trash. I would definitely take Rhodes, just because I don't think and even if you do take Surtain in the early rounds, I've said before, it takes a little bit of time for these cornerbacks to get used to the game speed. You know what I'm saying? So having someone like Xavier Rhodes would probably help. Well, not probably. That would definitely help our secondary. What's good, Infamous? Trent Cole was that dude. He definitely was. Trade down to 9, get more picks, take the best available player. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. It depends in my mock draft, obviously I have what's his name falling, Justin Fields falling. So Detroit could definitely take whoever the quarterback is, whatever quarterback is there. I'm hearing that they're probably going to take him at this point. But if somebody wanted to jump the Detroit Lions, maybe we could get a nice little trade value for it. Malik Hooker will be legit, but who knows what he will be post Achilles injury. Facts. Slay doesn't have many years left on his enough on the corner. Yeah, he has like 2 or 3 years left, and even if he did, we I wouldn't be mad if we went first round corner. I just don't think that we should. I think we should. If we move back, I would be more open to it. But at 6, I feel like you have to get one of the top 3 players. Like I feel like Jamar, Devontae Smith, and and Micah Parsons are the top 3 players in this. So what you think of the offensive hires? I like them. I want to see who we get as our offensive as our quarterbacks coach. I don't know if we did. Tell me if I did, because I feel like we did, but I'm bugging. I'm probably bugging. But yeah, I like him so far. I really like Nick. I think that he'll be a good guy for our team. I really like Joe Gannon mostly. I think he's gonna. I love defense, guys. It is what it is. So I think he's gonna really help our defense. Our first 2 rounds need to focus on defense. We have drafted the top wide receiver in the top 3 rounds last 9 years. Facts, bro. Facts. I agree. Man, I forgot Dorsey was leaving. Throw my comment. We got best available at 6. Yo, big facts. That's where I'm at. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I just wanted to do like a quick 10-minute thing, and these always turn into like half-hour things. So everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you are new. I want to be secure at offense, then build in defense. No point delaying the offense being complete. We're missing 1, maybe 2 players on the defense. We need a lot. You think we're 1 or 2 players away from what on the offense exactly? Like, what are we trying to get? Are we trying to be the Chiefs? Are we trying to be the best, offense in the world and then just have a mediocre defense? Because I'd rather have a great defense and then have an okay offense. I don't need to score 400 points a game, man. Like, especially if our defense is giving up 401. It doesn't really make sense. Shout out to Philly Talk Podcast, my guy. I'm trying to send you a super chat. Seeing you just got that up, but it keeps saying error. Look at that. YouTube be hating on me, bro. YouTube be hating. But you don't got to do that. I appreciate it either way. YouTube's just a hater, bro. It is what it is. But I appreciate the thought anyways. You can get Kelvin Joseph, cornerback from Kentucky, in later rounds. I wouldn't be mad at that. You are the only person that says secure offense first. The saying is defense build a championship. Oh, my God. Judge trade for Watson. Texans pick a quarterback. Dolphins pick Sewell. Falcons pick Lance. Bengals pick Rashad Slater, and Eagles pick Chase. That's my mock so far. I don't know why. I just spaced out for a second. I'm back though. Anyways, yeah. So we got the Dolphins coming on tonight. I'm really excited to see what his pick is. Like, I already asked the Falcons guy who he's gonna pick. So I already know who he's gonna pick. But I kind of wanted to know who Dolphins are going to pick, but I'm trying to keep it, secret for myself, kind of be surprised with you guys. We are so hit on defense. We have 0 safeties, well, except Kayvon. Yeah, it's bad, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell people. At some point, people are going to all come around, and they're going to be like, bro, you were right. This defense is trash. We should have got Micah, And then I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to be like, told you so. Shout out to Dakota Rain Prescott in the building. I think it would be a mistake to take wide receiver or cornerback at 6. They would have to be a Revis or Megatron type. I think that Jamar Chase is going to be a dog. I really do think Jamar Chase is going to be a dog. I think Devontae Smith is going to really be dependent on if he can add a couple pounds. I don't think he's built for the NFL. I think he's amazing. I think he's a great player, very athletic, but I just don't think his body frame is right for the NFL. I think he's taller than Jamar Chase, and he's like 20, 30 pounds lighter. So, I think both of them can be good. I personally would go Jamar Chase. And I personally, like I said, would go defense, but it is what it is. We all know that. Well, we don't all know. If you read the article, Nick Sirianni loves his wide receivers. He loves, that's what really intrigues him, I guess. So I'm pretty sure if he has any say in it, he's going to take a wide receiver. I just sent you one, bro. I got you. Eagles can pick up Asante Samuel in the second. I wouldn't mind that. He's literally like a carbon copy of his pops. I would love that. I'm probably going to get off here in like 5 minutes. So if you guys got any questions, I'll answer them real quick, but I'm probably going to get off here in a minute. If they're looking for a cornerback. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. The Eagles need a good receiver out of the draft. Everybody thinks that they want to. Listen, man. If we get a wide receiver and we lose games 30-24, and every all right, let me actually ask you this, because I asked this to my boys on A2D, and I want to ask you guys this too before I get out of here. If we get a wide receiver, right? Carson throws for 4,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, has a pretty good year, right? He has a pretty good year individually. But we're like in the middle of the league as far as scoring goes, and we go like 7-9. Is that a good year from Carson? Is that what you want? Just for him to have 32 touchdowns, 40 I feel like picking a wide receiver is a pick for Carson. You know what I'm saying? Not for this team. We need to make a pick for this team. At number 6, you don't pick for an individual player. Like, theoretically, if we knew that Carson Wentz was going to be the guy for the next 10 years, we're on the fence about that right now. But if we knew that he was going to be the guy for 10 years, maybe I would be sitting here like, yeah, get him his wide receiver or get him a Kyle Pitts if, we're going to get rid of Ertz. Because that's another thing. What if this Nick Sirianni really likes the 2 tight end sets and we're going to, look at giving up Zach Ertz? We might be looking at Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is like a wide receiver mixed with a tight end. And the more I watch him, the more I like him. So I don't know. This draft is going to be the weirdest draft ever. This is going to be the weirdest offseason ever. But anybody that's coming in late, I know like you probably are just like, this has nothing to do with Carson Wentz being an MVP. But I took like the first 10 minutes and just talked about how I felt he could become an MVP again. So if you want to watch that, you guys can just go back and watch that. But other than that, man, I'm about to get out of here. I will see you guys tonight at 6:30. Like I said, we are going to be doing the mock draft series. Other than that, though, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly, Eagles, Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.